Well, good evening and welcome to TRK's Man Cave. Well, hey, tonight we are getting ready to work on a hard drive. We are getting ready to format it, and then the reason we're formatting it is because we need to put it into an Xbox One. Yep, last night I turned the Xbox One on and it would not boot up. So we are having a problem with the hard drive, I do believe. You can hear it kind of clicking in there, and I'm pretty sure that the hard drive has went bad in it. Now, I have another Xbox One. I've got two of those. And the other one I've got has a problem with the Bluetooth Wi-Fi card. Okay, I need to replace it. So I'm going to have to tear both boxes apart. I thought about using the Wi-Fi out of the one that the hard drive just went bad in, but I think I want to try to fix the one that has the bad hard drive and fix the one that has the Wi-Fi card that's bad. And the reason the Wi-Fi card's bad is because I dumped coffee down in the Xbox one time. Didn't mean to, but knocked her over and dumped it right in there. And that seems to be the only problem with that Xbox. However, I will plug it back in and boot it up to see if that's the only problem before I do anything else. But anyway, tonight, what we're doing right now is I am going to format this new hard drive. It's a 1 terabyte Seagate. I'm going to reformat this drive so that it's prepared to put into the Xbox One. Now, this is a used drive. It's a mechanical drive. They say that it's better to put an SSD in, which it would be, but everything is kind of pricey right now. Memory, SSDs, everything's kind of expensive right now, and I've already got this one, so it's got a mechanical drive in it, and it's worked fine for years. I'm going to just go ahead and reformat this one. Now, I'm reformatting this in a way that I've never done it this way before, so you have to be patient with me as I go through it. I've got an instruction list to go through to do it. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So you have to hit the Windows key plus the R key. Pull up the prompt, and then you type in CMD, as you see here. Type in CMD and just click OK. Pulls that up. You type in at this prompt, you type in disk part. Okay? Type in disk part and then hit enter. Go ahead and hit yes. A new window will pop up here, as you can see. And I had to hit the security thing to allow it to run here. So I'm going to pull this one up out of the way here and go to this one here. Okay, what you do now is you type in list disk. Okay, it'll list all the disks. Now, I wanted to go through this here because what you're doing is you're going to pick the disk that you want to format and clean and all that stuff. But as you see here, I've got a lot of disks. Okay, which disk is it? Well, I know it's a 1 terabyte drive. Okay, so it's the 931 gigabyte, but I've got 3 of those. What you do here before you pick this disk number is that you go in and pre-check your disk, what disk it is. So you go into create and format hard disk partitions. Now you do that down here at the search. Okay, you just type that in there, and you'll find that, and you can go in and then you can look down through there and you can see which disk is what and the number of the disk. So I know, I've already pre-checked this, my number is disk 10. The disk that I need is disk 10. So You don't want to pick one that's not the disk that you need because if you format it, you're going to lose all your information. So you don't want to choose the wrong one. So with that, we go in and you type at this disk part, you type in, once you know the disk number, what you do is you type in select disk, and I'm going to choose 10 because that's the one I need. Yours may be different. Okay, so now disk 10 is selected. Now you type in clean. Okay, it cleaned the disk. After you successfully clean, at the command prompt you type in create part prim. Okay, create part prim. Hit enter. Okay, that succeeded. So after the partition successfully is created, at the command prompt type in select part 1. Part 1. Okay, alright, it's selected again. Now at the prompt you type in format fs space equals space ntfs space quick. Okay, and this can take a minute or two, I guess. Certain it didn't take very long. Alright, so it successfully formatted that. There wasn't anything on this drive. It was blank anyway. So got that done. After the format's complete, at the command prompt type assign. Okay, then click assign. Look at there, and it pulls up a new window here. It assigned the letter L, okay, to it. So there we go. Alright, so now after you get that done, the drive is now ready to be installed in the Xbox One. So do whatever you have to do to disconnect it. Depends on how you connected it. My disk is in an ejectable tray on a SATA drive, so I'm just going to wait. I will probably shut down the machine to do that. You just take the drive out and you physically put it into the Xbox One. So that's what I'm going to do with that. There's more to this. You've got to make you a USB drive with the files on it that's needed to put the Xbox One operating system on. So we'll do that here in just a bit in the next part of this video. So with that, I'll see you again very soon, like here in a minute. Bye. Okay, so we're back and we are getting ready to format a USB drive, because you have to use a USB drive to install the operating system, or at least some of the files on this drive, so that you can install the operating system on the hard drive once you get it installed in the Xbox One. So I'm using just a cheap from Walmart drive. So this is a 32 gig, but I'm not sure you need that big of a drive. Maybe a 16 gig. Yeah. So we're just going to insert this in here in just a second, but we're going to format this first, okay? I know that it's already formatted and everything, but we're going to go ahead and get this thing formatted here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this in. An empty USB. Pulls it up. Alright, so we've got that installed, okay? We're going to go ahead and go to this PC. I'm going to right click on this drive and I'm going to go ahead and click format. Now you want to make sure this is NTFS, okay? And then you don't have to label it with a volume label if you don't want to. Mine's already labeled, so I'll just leave it that way. just choose quick format here. All right, and then just click start. Say OK. And I'm going to go ahead and close that. Formatting. As you see, the format's complete. Say OK. Say close. All right. Now let's pull up a browser, and you need to go to Xbox One, or type in a search Xbox One offline system update, and then you will get click on this first link that comes up, perform an offline system update. Okay, let's see what it says. The Xbox offline system update OSU process allows you to update your console by downloading a file to a USB flash drive and then installing that file directly onto your Xbox Series X, S, or Xbox One console. Mine's an Xbox One. To use the offline system update, you'll need a Windows-based PC, an internet connection, USB port. Well, we've got that, and a USB flash drive, 6 gig of space, formatted as NTFS. The original Xbox One console may require an extra update depending on which version of the operating system it is currently running. If you have an original Xbox One console, skip to the original Xbox One console only section. So that's really where we need to go. Let's look, see. Okay, here it is, right here. This is the one we want. Okay, what we want to do. All right, there's options. What we're going to do, see this download offline system update file OSU1. Since we're installing a brand new hard drive, this is the one we're going to do. That way we can go through the updates afterwards. Okay. So to complete the system update of your Xbox One console, you now need to perform an update using the file OSU1. To download this file, follow the same procedure you used to get the first update. Okay. To perform the update, plug your USB flash drive into a USB port on your computer. If you previously loaded the file OSU2 or OSU3 for an offline system update, delete those files from your flash drive. Open the offline system update file OSU1. Click Save the console update.zip file to your computer. Unzip the file by right-clicking on the file, selecting Extract All from the pop-up menu. Copy the sys update file from the zip file to your flash drive. The files should be copied to the root directory, and there shouldn't be any other files on the flash drive. Unplug the USB flash drive from your computer. So let's go ahead and click it and save it. I'm going to save it to the downloads folder. Okay, it looks like it's going to be about a 10 or 11 minute download, so we'll get back with you here in just a minute. Okay, so we are done with the download now. So it downloaded into the downloads folder, so we should be able to pull that up. Okay, and there it is, and we're going to extract all. Okay, and we'll just extract it into the downloads folder. Okay. We're going to copy this folder. We're just going to copy it to the USB disk and paste. Okay. Now that's going to take a while to copy over there, about 5 minutes as you see. Alright, it's showing 9 minutes, so we'll go ahead and pause the video for now, and I'll be back when it's finished. All it's doing is copying over to the USB drive. Okay? Okay, so we are now done with the copy. So there you see this system file that we copied over onto the USB. So what we need to do now is just get out of that. I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to go down here and we're going to eject the flash drive. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we've got the flash drive ejected. So I've got my flash drive ready, got the files on it, and Got the new hard drive ready to put in. The new used hard drive is a 1 terabyte Seagate. This is a 7200 RPM, so I don't know if that'll make any difference or not. Or evidently, the original is a 5400. But we'll give it a try and see what happens. I wish I had an SSD to put in it, but I don't. So we'll give this a try and see how this does. So I will be back here in just a minute or two, and we will start tearing into the Xbox One and see if we can get her taken apart and get this drive here replaced, okay? So I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, we are continuing with our video here on tearing this Xbox apart, and we're going to see if we can get her apart here. So evidently, what you do first is you take this piece out right here. Now, I'm not sure if I can get it out with that, or take this little piece and pry it out. Okay. Just carefully prying this out. Ooh, gotta be careful there. Okay, what I want to do, I'm going to turn it up like this. Try to pry here. It looked a little easier in some of the other videos there we go. Just trying to be careful here. Okay, there we go. Okay. So there we go with that piece. Carefully take it out. Let's set it aside back here. All right, so now I think taking this piece out. There we go. Just had to get it started, I think, because it slips out like that. Of course, not supposed to drop it, but so anyway, when you put it back together, you got to slip that back in. Okay, underneath this reset sync switch right here. All right, so there's that. Okay. Okay, so we've got that side taken off. So let's go to the back portion here. And if you notice, this console has never been split open before. So we need to cut that. Now, if your Xbox is in warranty, which I couldn't imagine one being, you will avoid your warranty by doing this. So, just thought I'd let you know that. All right, need to get a little knife here and cut this. All right. Okay. So now, should be able to pop this up. I don't know if we can or not. There is a separation right here. Let's see, let's look. I think that what you do is, Okay, I was finally able to get this thing cracked back open. It is really just hard to do. So I've got her pried up right here, and I've got a thing in here to hold it. Let's just see what becomes of this here. This dude looks like he pried right here, but I'm not sure of that either. So let's just see. This to me just seems really kind of hard to do. I mean, you could end up breaking it easy. Okay. Don't let go, buddy. Don't let go. Okay, there. Okay. It's just really hard to do. There, I think I'm getting it. The one side's done. Come on. There. Gosh. So he says you pry up. Okay, there we go. So there's a ribbon cable back in here. This one didn't come apart as easy as the video that I've watched doing this. So there's a cable up here that you got to be careful of right here. It's got some clips here. Oh, yeah. There we go. So we've got this off now. Man, that's a little bit harder than what I really expected. Okay. Set that over there. Actually, I'm going to get it completely out of my way. Now, got the fan in here. All right, now, that front piece, we're just going to leave on there for right now, okay? Now, they say you take this off, which just comes out, which is the speaker, okay? Just take him over here. I don't think I need to take him off. Now, what you got to do is, got to take the Wi-Fi card off. So you unclip these. See how to do that. Okay. And you take your Wi-Fi cable off of there. Okay. Now, I think these are supposed to be T7 screws in this Wi-Fi card here. So let's get a little T7 out here and take this Wi-Fi card loose. This is what I got to replace in the other one. Now this is just, it's on there with a okay, just a connector. Okay, so we're going to set that over here out of the way with the screws. Now we need to take these out, and I'm not sure what size those are just yet. Are they 10s? Yeah, I don't know. This is a T10H I have. It seems to fit. Seems to fit it. We'll see. So you got to take these screws out right here to take this metal cover off. Okay? And they're real long. And fairly tight. Okay. This is supposed to lift off of here. And you've got a Wi-Fi plug right here. It's got to come out of there. Okay, just unplug that right here. Let's just lay this over here. Okay, like so. We may blow this out real good before we put her back together. So now we're down to the hard drive. Okay, we're now down to the hard drive here. I went ahead and I cleaned this up a little bit, brushed it out with a small brush and some air, and blew it out a little bit, cleaned it up. So now what we got to do is we have to take off the power here, the SATA power. I can get her off of there. Okay, and then the SATA data. Some say SATA data. Okay. And let's take this up out of here like so. And then we have, see what size we've got here. Okay. Well, that T10, it's a T10H, fits. Is that what we're trying to take out here? Actually, no. That's not what we're wanting to take out. I think those are something else. Okay, here's the screws we're needing right here. Okay, you can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. I think this holds a different plate in. I think it's like a vibration plate. Okay, now before I take this off of here, I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Actually, I'm not. I need to take this up off of here. It just comes undone. Like so. Okay. Looks like that's mounted. It's mounted to this plate. Okay. All right, so I thought this drive was thicker because this plate was on there, but it is not. So here's the old drive, okay? Take that, set it aside. Here's the new drive, all right? The new used drive. We'll go ahead and line him up. Put him on there. Connect it to the SATA data and the SATA power. And we'll go ahead and get our screws put in. I'm not going to tighten them up completely just yet. That way I can get these started. Okay. Got that. I'm going to go ahead and like clean this up just a little bit. Okay, good enough. All right. That's in. Let's go ahead and set this back down here where it goes. Put the SATA data in first. Then we'll go ahead and put the power back in. Okay. Get that done. All right. Now we need to take our metal cover, plug the Wi-Fi power back in here. Well, the cable that goes to it. Okay. Now let's set this all back in. Okay, this needs to come back just a little like that. Now, let's see if I can get that set down in there the correct way. There. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm not going to tighten these down just yet either. I'm going to go ahead and get them all started. Okay, there we go. Let's wipe this off a little bit. I do have a cool little toy here. Just blow the dust off of here just a little bit. Okay. Now, the Wi-Fi piece goes back on. Okay. Put it back on there. And then that was a T7, I do believe, for those little screws. Okay. Acts like it is stripping out. See if that's okay. The T8 actually fits better. Let me make sure that's a T8. I don't want to tell you wrong. Okay, let's see. Yes, T8 fit better. So, maybe some of them are T7, I don't know. All right, so now we need to take our cord and get him put back in here. There. Gosh, kind of hard to do, I tell you. Okay, there. There we go. There, finally. There we go. Okay. Now, let's spin her back around here just a little. Let's go ahead and put the speaker back in. Okay, there we go. There's your little speaker. All right. There's the front end. How does that go in there? Okay. Let's see. All right. Make sure we're not messing anything up here. Okay, these got to go all back in here. Okay. There we go. Wow. That's amazing. Okay. All right, now. Oops. Take this little piece. Put him back in like so. He goes right, just like that. And then this piece, I don't know if we can see that or not. I'm going to kind of put it in here first. There we go. All right. Okay, well, there is putting the new hard drive in physically into the Xbox One. So now our next step is heading over to the computer now. I'm going to plug this thing in. I'm going to plug it into a capture board so I can watch it on the computer and video it. But we're going to try to get this thing booted with that USB drive and see if we can't get this thing booted up and a new operating system put in it and get this thing working again. So hopefully it works. See you in a minute. Well, here we are. We've got the Xbox hooked up now. Okay, got her hooked up here. Got the little USB drive hooked in. Now, I don't have this hard drive hooked in. I used to have this one hooked into here, but I'm going to wait until after I get it reformatted and everything to see if I can see if it even works. So we've got it all plugged in. I've got it plugged into my Elgato over here. So, and it has a pass-through, the Elgato does, onto this screen over here. So we're going to see if we can get it to boot here in a minute. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, it took a minute. See if it does anything. Okay, I really truly feel kind of like a heel. I had the HDMI cable plugged into the wrong HDMI. So what I'm hearing is that you have to, once you get this screen, you have to go to troubleshoot, but I've got to get the controller working. There we go. So you go down to troubleshoot. Turn off this Xbox. The offline system update should... Let's go to reset this Xbox. I might try plugging that drive into the back end of it. If it doesn't recognize the drive. Let me just turn it off, and then let's try putting the thing into a different slot. I don't know why that's not wanting to work. Let's try putting it back here. Maybe. Okay, there. Now let's see what we come up with. Turn the controller on. There. Wow, I wasn't finding it on that USB over there. That's a little strange. Okay, updating. Sit tight while we update your Xbox. This might take a while. So it's actually updating. I see my camera's in the way. One of my cameras. Okay. Got a lot of stuff on the desk. So we got the screen to finally come back on. This is progress. Getting close here. It's going to be a while. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video right here. I will start it back up when we're updated, and hopefully we can get this thing going here in a minute. So I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, well, as you see, we've got this Xbox updating now, and looks like it's got the download done, and it's verifying. So we will see how well it does. I'm excited about this because a couple nights ago the thing crashed and it wouldn't come up. I don't know what all we lost on it, but I didn't have a lot on it. I mean, I think it had a bunch of stuff my boys used to play and things like that, but they're not interested in it anymore. So I think I had wiped it out before. So there wasn't much on it. I can reinstall my racing games and things like that. I like to play Forza flavors on it. So I had to basically do this same teardown on, well, close to, on the other Xbox that I've got that I showed you, the Modern Warfare, I believe it is. Yeah, I've got to tear it down, and I've got to replace the Wi-Fi card in it, at least. And I think I'm going to have to do some really deep cleaning because I spilled coffee in that thing. So I've got to get in there and make sure that everything's clean, and so it may be more detailed. I probably will need to tear it completely apart, I may have to really tear it apart and take it down and clean it. All right, your console will restart during the update. 91% done, and I'm still sitting tight like it's telling me to. You know, I mean, all we can do. I'm actually looking over here on a different screen. That's why I'm looking away from the screen. But I need to pull my dude over here. Yep, there we go. What are we doing? Okay, it's telling me to. Okay, I pushed it. Okay, it's telling me to do things like A. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we're going into the setup. I never did pull my dude over here. Let's go to you. Pull you over here. Okay. Actually, let's go right here. Okay. All right, so we need to go to English. Okay, United States. Choose a connection. Are you taking me home? Okay. Okay. Black screen. What are we doing? Hey, looky here. Oh, we're installing a bunch of stuff. All right. Hey, Tim. Hey, okay. Well, everybody, I think that's it. We got her going. I won't play any games today on this one, at least in this video. But as you can see, we got the new drive put in, and everything, it looks like, is back working again. So I am very happy with that. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and hey, leave a comment. And I'd like to hear comments about this, and if you've ever had to do this, leave me a comment about all that stuff. Maybe we can have a discussion about it. So anyway, I will see you in the next video. Bye.